No one will admit they still exist. Efficient killers who work in silence, secrecy, darkness. Unholy masters of terror by magic. The man he once called brother is now his deadly enemy. He must find the strength to become everything he hates.
I wanted you because you could succeed. I need your help.
The professional who wants targets.
If you saw ninjas, you're seeing ghosts.
An heiress who wants revenge.
I want to know who they are.
I know who they are.
Everybody wants something from him. A prisoner of his own destiny. He will find freedom only one way.
You don't torment me anymore, Sakura.
Chuck Norris, Karen Carlson, Lee Van Cleef, the Octagon. No one will admit they still exist.
I'm looking for one Tai Hong. Is he as fast as they say?
Hitch! Jai! Karate. Empty hands. Let your hand be drawn to your foe. Like a magnet. She.
They are the gladiators of the modern age. Summoned for a contest of martial arts champions.
2 international karate teams in combat, like there has never been before.
Steve Hunt has captured every martial arts title in America.
Shion Sensei. Us.
Now he's been lured to an impenetrable desert fortress to compete for a fortune in diamonds. Instead, he is fighting for his life against a private army of karate commandos prepared to strike at the whim of a madman and kill or be killed. This is a martial arts epic of international proportions. The finest fighters, the most incredible action, stunts that make a mockery of the laws of gravity, and one man who must annihilate an army of martial arts supermen and kill or be killed. There can be no second best when you heed the command to kill or be killed.
Force of one.
Two dead cops! So what the hell happened?
What happened forces Jennifer O'Neill into black belt action. With Chuck Norris, Bill Wallace, Clu Gallagher, Ron O'Neill, and one whole city's police force.
One of them could stand 10 feet away and dust him off with a piece, right?
Unless the killer hit before they saw him. I mean, an expert in martial arts, hand-to-hand combat. Somebody who could kill with their bare hands and not leave a mark.
A force of one. It starts with a routine search. It ends with a trail of bodies.
We got smack, we got coke, we got uppers, we got downers, we got acid, we got pot, we got angel dust. We got it. I think some guy was falling.
The junkies are having a field day, and the cops are out in force. But in this business, you need eyes in the back of your head.
The bruise is so deep that there was internal hemorrhage. In other words, they strangled in their own blood.
Lieutenant, there's an epidemic going on.
They weren't supposed to die.
Jennifer O'Neill walks a tightrope of raw nerve ends.
What should I do if I suspect one of us?
See, we could blow this whole force wide open.
Whoever did this is as good as dead.
The whole essence of what we do is a philosophy of discipline.
A force of one. A blue steel force that beats out the bad guys' guns and knives. A force of one. He's got to make his next shot his best shot because he doesn't get another chance. A force of one. He hears the silence. He sees the darkness. He's the only one who can stop the killing. Jennifer O'Neill, Chuck Norris, in A Force of One.
Vietnam, a nightmare of terror and brutality. In the rage of battle, they found the strength to kill, and their friendship became the key to survival. Now they've come home to a city under siege, and when one falls victim to a different kind of violence, the other becomes a new soldier in a new kind of war. The exterminator. His targets are the pushers, the perverts, the pimps. For too long, they've been beyond the law. Now they're beyond help, unless they can stop the exterminator. The streets of New York are about to experience a shock because a one-man army is fighting back. The exterminator. Exterminator, the man they pushed too far.
Then by the authority vested in me by the state of California, I pronounce you man and wife. You may kiss the bride. It's the lady on your left.
Stella and Albert have all the answers. Theirs is a different story. He has his life.
Okay, Miss Perlman, you have a good day. Don't do that.
She has hers. Everything is very civilized. Completely businesslike.
So what are you going to do when you grow up?
And totally practical.
I don't want you to see it till it's done.
It's the ideal adult relationship.
Just tell a young man what to find. I said, Mom, you should only know.
With no messy emotions, no complications.
Are you the lady of the house? Yes?
In 5 minutes, I just want to... Why did you turn this off?
I did.
What ding? What do you want, Douglas?
Oh, please, don't be unfriendly. I'm having wonderful thoughts about you this evening.
That's the best beef stew that I have ever had.
Thank you very much.
Stella and Albert had all the answers until somebody changed all the questions.
Good night.
One night, they lost their heads,
Happy birthday.
found each other, and threw sanity out the window.
What did he say? Did he say anything, huh?
I'm pregnant.
God.
But that's a different story.
We'd never really know.
Stella and Albert had all the answers, but that's a different story.
Dance while we feel this way. Let tomorrow be until tomorrow. Laugh while it's in the air. Love while the love is there. Let tomorrow be until tomorrow.
From the beginning of time, man has lusted after gold. Generations have searched for it, fought for it, killed for it. Yellow gold, black gold, white gold, and now there is Acapulco gold.
Here, senor, something to remember Mexico.
Thank you. Hey, what's going on? Hey, will you stop that? Hey, take it easy, will you? This is some kind of a mix-up of the sorts.
Ever we know?
Well, so you're the guy that's going to get me out of all this, huh?
No, Mr. Holyoke. I'm the American consul.
I am innocent. Don't you understand? Can't you get it through your thick head?
What did we bring over on the boat?
Acapulco gold?
Dedicated feds hot on the trail of crime and vice.
This is Looney Bird. How do you rate me, Howard?
Oh, that stinking rotten thing is starting.
From the jungles of Mexico to the Bay of Honolulu in Hawaii, it's hard to stay straight. There's a heavy scene for a lot of kinky traffic, and the name of the game, connection.
China White.
I assume you have the merchandise?
I do.
May I ask where it is?
I'm sitting on it.
Still hot on the trail and set for the big bust.
Little girl, you have any dope? What the hell?
This is Looney Bird.
Roger, Looney Bird, this is Crazy Horse.
Proceed to your objective.
Loyal Americans risk their lives to stomp out the menace of the evil killer weed. Chase with nuns, narcs, and snack mules going after Acapulco Gold, the loaded movie that just might waste you.
Tää uutuusleikki opettaa, et kesken malta lopettaa. Ja pelaamaan kun rupeat, sä äänet kuulet upeat. Muut voittaa videopelittää, on turha niiden selittää. Kun vakuudeksi hyvyyden loi Vectrex kuvaan syvyyden. Ei riitaa TVn käytöstä, katso suoraan Vectrex-näytöstä. Nää pelit tosi ruutiset, muut katsoa saa uutiset. On tässä jotain maagista, Vectrex hurmaa laakista. Vectrex, uusi Vectrex.
Okay, and while the boys go powder their noses, why don't all you chowhounds hustle your gals over to the refreshment table and dig in?
Boy. Roy?
Come on, kid. Don't play hard to get. What about New Year's Eve?
Well, that was different. I couldn't help myself. Somebody sees us.
Son, one of your damn soldier friends shows his face around here. I wish he was back overseas.
Hey, you alive out there? Yeah! Well, let's hear it! Hey, whoa!
My head hurts. It's a nightmare. Every time I have the dream, someone dies.
There was a tremendous amount of damage.
Metamorphorps, shape changers. It has human form. It is among us and survives by appearing human. It materializes through dreams, nightmares.
She was a real two-timer. She knew I'd never leave.
Are you all right? Demonic spirit can also serve both men and women. Incubi were driven by their desire to procreate and were known to copulate with and impregnate witches.
Sweet!
If I were you, I'd have every policeman out on the street. I swear to God, there's gonna be a rape tonight.
Every family should protect its honor.
He's Scalisi's nephew, and you don't abuse a Scalisi.
But only one family repays dishonor with death. At the hands of the family enforcer.
I don't want violence. I don't want you breaking his arms, or shooting him, or whatever you people do. Go tell it to a tombstone.
Family enforcer. The highly skilled professional with the tools for every occasion.
Just give me a couple of days in the woods with you, and you'll see what I mean.
Hey, look, can you help me? I'm stuck in here. Hey, what the hell are you doing?
Any cause. No matter what the cost.
Maybe you can hear me. He killed 2 of my friends. I want to know who's got the contracts.
You want to make a Vietnam out of this neighborhood!
Oh my God! What happened to you?
Family enforcer. He's the best in the business because he collects on all his contracts.
There is a government agency that specializes in terror, torture, and death. Their code name, the Retrievers. His name was Tom Garrett. The agency trained him, molded him, until they had turned him into the ultimate weapon. But then they pushed him too far.
My brother was a secret agent in South America. He was
trying to publish a book about their secret activities.
The Retrievers are the agency's suicide squad. They are trained how to kill in 1,000 different ways. Tom Garrett dared to defy them.
There's lots of books about them already.
No, not like this one. This one names names. It connects people and organizations.
From a bloody coup in South America to the dark side of Los Angeles.
Hey, Mama, what it is? Are we going up or are you coming down?
Once you've worked for the Retrievers, you can never resign alive. They are the hunter-killers who will stop at nothing to complete their mission.
Now, where's the book?
Let her go.
But this man, the girl he fell in love with, and a handful of down-and-out heroes dared to challenge them so that the truth could be exposed once and for all. The agency fought them with everything they had. But Tom Garrett had just a little bit more. The Retrievers, they have a license to kill and a permit for torture.
Murder at the Morley Manor. Who better to solve England's most puzzling mystery than these two international crime busters?
Yes? Good day. I'm Inspector Winship, and this is my assistant, Dr. Tart.
With the law and the order. Gathering vital clues from every available source.
Well,
Step by step, Tim Conway and Don Knotts prove murder can be deadly in The Private Eyes. Who will be the next victim?
got that message. Better send it off to the yard and let them know we're here.
I suspect that they would like to see me dead.
Well, you can relax now that we're here.
Danger is their constant companion. Fear is an unknown factor.
These people are dropping like flies. Don't you people realize that you're next unless we get to the bottom of this?
Tea isn't supposed to foam. Here, stir it. These great sleuths, given the clue, come up with the perfect solution.
Hey, we must be near a bowling alley. We have among us a murderer. And that killer is right here in this room. All right, hold it right there. Gun, give me your gun.
Tim Conway is the dim-witted Dr. Tart. And Don Knotts is the inept Inspector Winship.
Tart!
In... oh, my gosh. The Private Eye.
Tää uutuusleikki opettaa, et kesken malta lopettaa. Ja pelaamaan kun rupeat, sä äänet kuulet upeat. Muut voittaa videopelittää, on turha niiden selittää. Kun vakuudeksi hyvyyden loi Vectrex kuvaan syvyyden. Ei riitaa TVn käytöstä, katso suoraan Vectrex-näytöstä. Nää pelit tosi ruutiset, muut katsoa saa uutiset. On tässä jotain maagista, Vectrex hurmaa laakista. Vectrex, uusi Vectrex.
I smell something funny. I think there's a gas leak somewhere.
Please hold while I transfer your call.
But I...
Eastern Gas and Electric Company. May I help you?
When was the last time you got laid by a real woman?
$58.77.
Raise them all.
Bravo, my dear. Bravo.
Oh, and the same. Oh, marching in. Oh, when the same.
All right. Ooh, I'm hot. Come on, feet. Oh, yeah.
All right. Okay, do it.
Mr. Ramirez, your dog?
He likes you.
Maybe you thought you'd seen all of Marilyn Chambers. Not really. Not until you've seen Angel of Heat.
Need a date? My sister's free all next week.
The most talked about girl of the 70s, now in a non-stop action adventure for the 80s. Angel of Heat. It's fist-filled fury. It's funky, spunky fun. It's just about whatever you want it to be. And more. And it stars the most spectacular combination of passion and pure energy ever put together.
Honey, why don't you tell me what you need?
Marilyn Chambers. She'll tease you. She'll please you. She'll cure what ails you. She's the Angel of Heat. But don't cross her. She just might destroy you.
How long will he be out?
Forever, I'm very sorry to say.
Marilyn Chambers comes out from behind the green door. Marilyn Chambers is Angel of Heat. Angel of Heat. Rated R.
Mike Potter, Gordy Jones,
Wayne Elliott, Al Payne.
I told him I didn't need any goddamn CIA help on this thing.
Well, somebody's got to take it seriously. Now, what the hell is it this time?
The sacrifice.
John T.
Come on, here, what's the sacrifice?
He once was their spy. Now he must die. Chuck Norris is John T. Booker. Good guys wear black.
We were on a top-secret mission at the end of the war. A man taking his PhD in political science who used to be a member of the CIA.
I was never in the CIA.
The Black Tigers were CIA.
Who did you talk to at that cocktail party in Washington?
Please don't ask. I'm almost certain I'll lie.
In the hospital, I told myself the war was over. I lived through it and I put it behind.
Well, it's about to be reopened.
Good guys wear black. Starring Chuck Norris, Ann Archer, James Franciscus, Dana Andrews, Lloyd Haynes.
There's a contract out on me.
I'm not the enemy, John. I told you that last night.
We were set up.
Murder, Mr. Booker?
Set up.
This is my kind of jungle. And it was expedient to get rid of the Black Tigers. Set up all the way.
I'm not gonna let it happen.
Stop the goddamn car!
It's kill or die. Good guys wear black.
Within this old house live two residents. One of them is John Russell, composer, professor. The other has been dead for over 70 years.
Claire, I'd like to talk to you about the house.
Did you die in this house? How did you die?
Whatever it is, it's trying desperately to communicate. What is it in that house, Claire? What is it doing? Why is it trying to reach me?
It's a hand.
Hold on. Senator, I'm John Russell. I'm living in your house. Senator, look! Look, I want to show him that!
You've got something of the senator's. He wants it back.
John?
What is it you want?
What do you want from me?
Many films will frighten you, but only a few can really terrify you. The Changeling, an experience beyond total fear.
Breaking the law for years, he was a convict in Cool Hand Luke, a pool shark in The Hustler, a smuggler in Exodus, an outlaw in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, a con man in The Sting. Now, Paul Newman has gone straight to the most commanding role of his career.
You got your nose buried so deep into that book of yours, you don't even see what's going on. I can see the people out there. Not just the hookers, the pimps, and the junkies. Those people are trying to build something up here. And I want them to know who's running this precinct.
New York's 41st Precinct, They call it Fort Apache, the Bronx. It's a tough place for an honest cop.
You know, I've been on this job 18 years.
John Joseph Vincent Murphy.
I think every minute of it is on my face.
A cop who has seen it all.
All the blood, the beatings, the scam.
Faced it all.
Free! If I walk into Grand Central Station, everybody would know I was a cop.
Done it all.
You kept your coat on in the house for 4 months. You didn't tell nobody. You can't hide it now. It's okay. We'll help you.
Now he's seen too much.
I'm looking you right in the eye. You know what I see? I see that kid falling off that roof.
A cop with no place to hide from himself.
Because we figured it was cops.
You made more waves up here in 1 month than Dugan did in 5 years. Did it get you a cop killer? No, what it got you was 100 bum arrests, another burnout building, and a dead kid.
We can't do anything for him. We'll just end up making trouble for ourselves.
I mean, I know who killed that kid.
Here, too. I got no beef with these people. You're just making things worse.
Paul Newman, Edward Asner, Ken Wall, Fort Apache, the Bronx.
All those stories about murders and ghosts. It's haunted, they say. I'm scared.
I got it! 2 kids were killed out there. 1 kid was gutted and slashed to death. The other microwaved.
There was a warning.
There are many houses on this foundation. All of them and their tenants come to bad ends.
And only one man listened.
But when did this violence begin?
There was a legend.
We want justice!
I will not die!
And only one man believed.
Am I too late? Has it already started?
There is a superstition, and will anyone survive? Superstition. The victims who died were the lucky ones. Superstition.
No sweat, no sweat. No sweat, no sweat. But there'll be the devil to pay. No sweat, no sweat. No sweat, no sweat.
Perfect. There exists a crisis that no one's aware of.
Welcome.
What's this I hear about a campaign that began on Friday evening?
The public wants to be led. It needs to be led.
I thought subliminal messages were illegal.
Quinn is not interested in the advertising business. And he definitely couldn't care less about selling deodorant.
There exists a power so penetrating, it can manipulate our very thoughts.
Mr. Quinn, the atmosphere in this agency is changing. Now, you've replaced half my staff. All I want to know is what the hell is really going on. I've been trailing him, you know.
You've been following them?
Where in Washington would Quinn get all this advertising experience?
They spend 6 hours a day watching television. We can plant seeds.
Phil, I'm really scared. I'm on to him. I think I figured it out, but I want you to come to my apartment. I want you to hear something.
It is a medium so prominent, it is above suspicion. Agency.
There's more to the agency than meets the eye. Now, I don't know who they are. I don't know what they're trying to do. But Quinn, he's up to something. Mr. Morgan, that tape is part of a police investigation. We've got an emergency.
I want this settled tonight.
Listen, we only want the tape.
Hey, what are we doing?
One of us is going to commit suicide.
So that's what you're doing, sabotaging elections.
It's a lot more than elections.
Subliminal subliminal tape beneath the service tape.
I can bring it up or fade it down. Let us into the living room, we can enter the mind. I retired the chairman of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee.
You know, Mr. Quinn, I'm going to expose you.
I think not, Morgan. Hold it, Morgan.
You're going to kill me the same way you did Goldstein?
No, no. We suffocated him. I'm going to shoot you.
Robert Mitchum, Lee Majors, Valerie Perrine, Alexandra Stewart, Saul Rubinek. Agency. They don't want to know your state of mind. They create it.
Tää uutuusleikki opettaa, et kesken malta lopettaa. Ja pelaamaan kun rupeat, sä äänet kuulet upeat. Muut voittaa videopelittää, on turha niiden selittää. Kun vakuudeksi hyvyyden loi Vectrex kuvaan syvyyden. Ei riitaa TVn käytöstä, katso suoraan Vectrex-näytöstä. Nää pelit tosi ruutiset, muut katsoa saa uutiset. On tässä jotain maagista, Vectrex hurmaa laakista. Vectrex, uusi Vectrex.
In a world obsessed with power, love is the most dangerous obsession of all.
Tell me, Jace, how are you making out these days? You are talking about horses, Jim. I'm talking about women. You're getting more than your fair share.
You know me longer than that. I never discuss my private life.
Behind the veneer of wealth and success lay a hidden torment. When he could no longer satisfy the woman he loved, he found someone who could.
Do you think it matters to me whether we make love once a day or once a month?
It matters to me.
Caught in the spiral of a desperate love affair, driven to seek a strange solution.
This little cat house is a gold mine. It's mostly old men now. Just come to talk about their business, their children, their wives. Sometimes they need help, gadgets or studs who will do it while they watch.
I'm looking for a man, a young man. Dark, mid to late 20s. Well-built, handsome, beautiful, really. He was a thief, Lil. Yeah.
Sometimes they need help, gadgets or studs who will do it while they watch.
Nothing was too extreme for a man possessed by his own decline.
That's a good little boy. You will continue to obey me.
It's my fault. I'm clumsy.
No. I shouldn't have tried.
Imagination runs wild in a tormented mind.
There is a favor that I might ask you to do for me, though.
Whenever, whatever you want.
Yes?
It's all set. Tonight at 7 p.m., be in your hotel suite. Doors unlatched. You'll have been killed during a burglary. I said your sex life could be prolonged, and I told her about Antonio and how he could help.
He could play out his fantasy to prolong his love. The final compromise.
have fantasies. He had an obsession. The story of a deadly passion.
This is a killing machine.
A little thing called a riot glove.
5 pounds of lead and steel.
1 shot.
You got it.
The law built it, then had to ban it. Now it's on the wrong hand, and the terror begins. The ex-con, all he wants is revenge. And the glove's gonna help him get it.
The police don't know where I am.
You better hope to God you don't either. Hear what I'm saying, hound dog.
Yeah.
The ex-cop, all he wants is to bring in the man with the glove. Nobody said it would be easy.
I'm here to find out how you play cards.
The lovely lady who lives by the rules, until they get in her way.
You want me? You come and get me.
I'll be there.
I'll be waiting on you, hound dog.
Taking you in, Victor. Why don't you put the gun away?
This ought to make us even. You and me. That is.
Glove or the gun?
We are proud to announce a truly outstanding rock opera film, Tommy. Director Ken Russell and producer Robert Stigwood have made a film of Tommy and assembled some of the greatest names in music and the cinema. Tommy by The Who and based on the rock opera by Peter Townsend stars Anne Margaret, Oliver Reed, Jack Nicholson, Elton John, Eric Clapton, Tina Turner, Roger Daltrey as Tommy. Don't miss Tommy, the film. Your senses will never be the same again.
pottery.
There are wounded everywhere, but we'll do what we can. Over now.
Get down!
Still haven't answered my question. You love Harmony?
Yes.
See you later, Sabo.
You bet. See you later.
In everything, there is a light and a dark side. In everyone, there is good and evil. And sometimes the darkness creates someone like Olivia. By day, she's just a shy young girl. But when night falls, Olivia changes. Love becomes a perverse obsession.
Let me see what's hiding behind those glasses.
Nice view of the bridge you got here. You live alone?
And men will die for her.
Come on, stand back.
Olivia is twice the woman men think she is. Loving by day, hating by night.
I didn't listen to my mother for many years. But now I do everything she tells me.
And always changing. Until the good side joins together with the evil side.
I can't see you anymore, Mike. I can't.
But I love you.
To begin a nightmare of depravity that cannot be stopped.
I thought I heard you talking to somebody.
I was just talking to myself.
Did you hear that?
What?
Olivia is a double woman with double the sensuality and double the terror, double jeopardy, an erotic mystery.
Tää uutuusleikki opettaa, et kesken malta lopettaa. Ja pelaamaan kun rupeat, sä äänet kuulet upeat. Muut voittaa videopelittää, on turha niiden selittää. Kun vakuudeksi hyvyyden loi Vectrex kuvaan syvyyden. Ei riitaa TVn käytöstä, katso suoraan Vectrex-näytöstä. Nää pelit tosi ruutiset, muut katsoa saa uutiset. On tässä jotain maagista, Vectrex hurmaa laakista. Vectrex, uusi Vectrex.
Hello?
You're telling me a telephone killed the girl? I'm leaning in that direction.
I thought it was a heart attack.
19 years old?
A young woman had a heart attack there. A witness suggested it might in some way be related to a telephone.
That'd be impossible, of course.
If the red dye in a maraschino cherry can kill you, why not a telephone?
You don't eat telephones.
I've seen the telephones, Webb, so you know I know.
I don't know about any telephones, Bridger. And what you know gets you less than bus fare.
could send a thing like that down the line?
Use the receiver as a capacitor. Store up the voltage input to the point of spontaneous discharge, and,
I've told you nothing but facts, Stanley. The least you could do is acknowledge that they don't add up.
They don't. They don't fit into this cheap little paperback plot you're cooking up.
You want an apology? I just want the son of a bitch who did it.
They can send a pulse so powerful, it will pierce your brain, explode your heart, and jolt you 10 feet off the ground. They're getting louder. They're getting closer. Bells, starring Richard Chamberlain, John Houseman, Sarah Botsford. The sound of fear. Bells.
Please come with me.
In Los Angeles came the invitation.
We get an offer for a job from somebody we don't even know.
In England came the accident. Into their lives came the house. And in the house came the foreboding.
Isn't she beautiful? She was born here. When she was your age, she was dragged from the house and burned at the stake.
The invitation, the accident, the house, the portrait. All of them connected, none of them explained. The legacy, a supernatural love story.
Looks like we're not the only guests.
To that house came the six. To the six came the power.
Welcome to you all. I would like to extend a special welcome to Margaret.
And with the power came the ring. The six, the power, the ring, the inheritance.
My legacy is vast.
All of them connected with the legacy.
I can't get it off. I can't get it off.
Maggie, let me relax.
Pete?
Catherine Ross is Margaret, drawn halfway across the world by an unseen power. Sam Elliott is Pete, two lovers, caught in something neither can escape by love alone.
Give me a knife.
Starring Charles Gray, Lee Montague, Hildegard Neal, John Standing, Margaret Tyzak, and Roger Daltrey as Clive.
I want to know if you're involved in black magic, the occult.
We don't ride around on broomsticks or anything.
We're never going to get out of here.
The unexpected, the unknown.
Burn him, Maggie. They burned him to a crisp. They cooked him and fed him to those dogs.
In a house where the present and the past are as one.
My name is Jason Mountolive.
Mr. Mountolive was a very striking person. Was.
Only one thing is certain. The undeniable power of the legacy.
It's this place. It's these people. And he's just gotten to you. It's gotten to both of us.
It's me! It's me! I'm the one! My family's name is Wolfie. It's me!
I think we said something about making love tonight, didn't we?
Yes, I think so. I just don't remember what it was, Walter.
In this era of marital malpractice,
I'm a surgeon, and not a marriage counselor.
rundown relationships,
I guess I've made you pretty unhappy.
Yeah.
and fractured romance,
We have candlelight, music in the background, tinkling of glasses, good wine. Now, what else? What else do you want?
I just wish you didn't need to ask that question.
everyone's entitled to a second opinion. In medicine and in love.
Hi. Now, how about lunch?
I am married.
Married people have to eat.
20th Century Fox presents the sensitive story of an intensive care affair.
What do you mean, an affair?
You don't know what that means?
Loving couples.
Hello? Hello, Evelyn?
Walter?
I can't talk right now. I've got to go. I'll get back to you as soon as I can, okay?
When doctors lose their patience.
Walter, I want a separation.
You what? And patients chase their doctors.
What are you going to be doing this weekend?
And loving couples become live-in singles.
I'm not sure I really understand how this is going to help anything.
Oh, hell, I feel better already.
The confusion can be contagious.
Walter!
Evelyn?
Greg!
Stephanie!
Do what many moviegoers recommend. Try Shirley MacLaine, James Coburn, Susan Sarandon, Stephen Collins, and Sally Kellerman.
You should try to find somebody else. How about your husband?
He's gay.
In Loving Couples.
It's all going to end on that note?
You remember how T.S. Eliot said the world would end?
No, I never read him.
He said it would end with a whimper and not a bang.
Loving Couples.
John Rambo, a drifter, just passing through their town.
Morning. Headed north or south?
North.
Now jump in. I'll make sure you're heading the right direction, huh?
You got someplace I can eat around here?
There's a diner about 30 miles up the highway.
Is there any law against me getting something here?
Yeah, me. I want you to book this gentleman for vagrancy, resisting arrest, carrying a concealed weapon.
They knew he was innocent.
Starting to dislike you. A lot.
And they didn't give a damn.
That's okay, Warren. Don't worry about the soap. He's tough. Just save him. Try.
Don't move. I don't want you to cut your own throat.
John Rambo, one man who's been pushed too far.
You're finished! You've gone as far as you're gonna go! Heading straight for the top. Right on top of him. There's no way out of here except through us.
He was hunted. Trapped.
There he is! On the cliff!
And forced to fight back.
Don't push it. Don't push it. I'll give you a war you won't believe.
Teasel, you and all your men couldn't handle him before. Now, what makes you think you can handle him now?
Because God knows what damage he's prepared to do.
You don't seem to want to accept the fact that you're dealing with an expert in guerrilla warfare.
Are you telling me that 200 men against your boy is a no-win situation for us?
You send that many, don't forget one thing. A good supply of body bags.
Sylvester Stallone. This time, he's fighting for his life. First blood.
Before coming to the theater tonight, I did a lot of thinking about the guest of honor. A man I never really knew. My father. You see, he left home when I was still a kid.
Was it that rough on you, John?
It's just that I woke up one morning and you had gone. He never really took anything seriously. Anytime, anywhere.
Morning, nurse.
He'd do anything.
Morning, my dear. Time for your physical.
You're my doctor.
No, I'm Dr. Cronkite. Your doctor wanted a second opinion just to make sure.
It's funny. We never saw eye to eye, no matter what.
But I'll take you to a joint on 42nd Street. They're going to let you wrestle a naked lady.
Don't feel like you have to entertain me.
But that wasn't for you, kid. The last time I was there, they let me win 2 out of 3 falls.
I don't know what he wanted in a son, but I'm pretty sure I wasn't it.
I had an aunt once who said children ought to be like waffles. You should be able to throw the first one out.
Everyone was crazy about him. I guess I was jealous, but I wanted to come first.
Oh, Judge, you don't have to reach out to Scotty. He's got his arms out to the whole world.
I'm not the whole world. I'm his son. I think he always knew how I felt.
Okay, look, let's just say that I'm not the father that you always wanted, all right? Has it occurred to you that you are not the son that I always wanted?
And the harder we tried to get along, the more we hurt each other.
Do you know what you said about me last night? Where have you been for 2 solid years, kid? Isn't that funny? I haven't seen you rushing madly to keep your old man company, I'll tell you.
You never insisted that I...
It was your choice.
You shouldn't have given me a choice.
Tonight may be the last chance we have to reach each other. And tonight, in front of all these people who love him and are gathered here to pay him tribute, I'm gonna find out who he is. And he's gonna find out about me.
Jack Lemmon, Robbie Benson. Tribute.
Poor things. Do you see that they don't have any left hands? That's just like our mummy.
La mano del diablo, the devil's hand. They say it first came out of hell from La Quemada. It's a legend, but for our elders, this was their truth.
How about the truth of today?
Today, our fantasies are much more sophisticated.
Here's your devil's hand. Pepe, tell him they go back to work. Nothing to be afraid of.
At the beginning of the 21st century, the nuclear holocaust had come to pass, and civilization vanished. It was a time of chaos and violence, until one day there appeared the new barbarians. The New Barbarians. The New Barbarians.
Tää uutuusleikki opettaa, et kesken malta lopettaa. Ja pelaamaan kun rupeat, sä äänet kuulet upeat. Muut voittaa videopelittää, on turha niiden selittää. Kun vakuudeksi hyvyyden loi Vectrex kuvaan syvyyden. Ei riitaa TVn käytöstä, katso suoraan Vectrex-näytöstä. Nää pelit tosi ruutiset, muut katsoa saa uutiset. On tässä jotain maagista, Vectrex hurmaa laakista. Vectrex, uusi Vectrex.
You are ordered to leave the Bronx. I repeat, you are ordered to leave the Bronx. The area has been declared uninhabitable and destined for demolition. Leave now and leave peacefully. You have nothing to fear. The government guarantees to relocate all of you in comfortable, up-to-date, alternative accommodations. Leave the Bronx. You are...
Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute, you guys. Look, okay, I leave.
The killer left earlier. Eliminate.
the bringer of oblivion, has cancelled from the mind of men that which was. Now I, a witness of the twilight of time, have returned among you to tell you of the eternal struggle between evil and good. Forces of evil can beget only further evil, just as good can generate only more good.
Space and time. Two dimensions we dream of conquering. But perhaps they have already been conquered. Not by man, but a form of intelligence far more evolved and far more powerful. A time walker. The discovery.
They simply sealed him alive in a corner of Tut's tomb.
The awakening.
This was in the coffin?
The search.
It looks like some kind of wiring schematic.
The power.
Nobody's that strong.
Crystals could be used as transmitters.
The cells are multiplying at a rate so fast, I can hardly measure it.
The confrontation.
It's definitely no longer dormant.
Now, our time belongs to him. The story of a journey home. Time Walker. Nothing can stop him, not even time.
James Ryan, 4 times world martial arts champion, a living weapon of destruction. In 1980, he accepted the challenge to take on a battalion of karate commandos and kill or be killed. Now, James Ryan is back as Steve Chase in the most explosive action adventure of our time. This time, his assault squad of 5 international superstars must face an enemy that could devastate any army on Earth. The karate clones of the Mad Marduk. And his evil champion of champions, the Optimus. Steve Chase.
Must have been domestic.
The Fly. Gypsy Billy. Gorilla. Hot Dog. And the magnificent Candy Cane.
I had to see for myself how good you really were.
Together, they must battle for a prize more valuable than any trophy. The freedom of the entire world.
It'll be expensive.
Shall we say 2 million?
5 million.
In the air, on the ground, and in the arena of death.
Let the fun begin.
When black belts clash, steel fists collide. In a martial arts free-for-all of global proportions. This is the all-new Kill and Kill Again. The one motion picture that will annihilate every concept you've ever had about the limits of human strength, conditioning, and endurance. Kill and Kill Again. The challenge continues.
Somewhere in the dark of infinite space, there is a form of life that man has reason to fear. It is as old as the universe. It is real. It is evil. And now, it is here. After fear, beyond terror, there is the dark.
All right, so a girl got murdered. What else is new?
Beheaded? Mutilated?
I loved her, Mooney. She didn't deserve to have her face torn to pieces just because she was alone at night on one of your streets.
Well, I'd think that you people could tell us whether or not he was black, white, or...
Whatever it is, gentlemen, he's inhumanly strong.
Another girl, Mooney?
I don't have to tell you nothing.
You're not talking to some kid, Mooney. You're talking to the father of a murdered girl.
4 killings, still no pattern. I mean, where the hell is the pattern?
Look, the flesh samples, they're consistent.
So? What are you getting at?
We have a creature that identifies with nothing known on Earth.
Lee Crosby, Richard Jacob, Keenan Wynn. The Dark, a chilling tale of alien terror.
Schizies, manic depressives, sociopaths, psychopaths, catatonics. Watch your step, please.
The 5th floor. Most people are here because they're legally insane.
No!
Kelly McIntyre is here because the law made a mistake. And what happened to Kelly?
You can't keep me prisoner here.
I'm afraid I have to.
Could happen to anyone.
Leave me alone, I'm gonna yell.
They can't hear you.
The 5th floor, where nobody will listen to you.
Poor kid shared a full-blown paranoid episode.
Liar!
Do you think people are out to harm you?
Are you trying to say I'm paranoid now, is that what?
Nobody believes you.
You gotta get me out of here, Ron. Once the door closes here, it never opens.
I gotta tell you, Kelly, I still think you need professional help.
I'll do anything you want.
And no one will help you.
Whatever it takes. Get out of this place.
Where the people who control you are above suspicion and beyond the law.
It's us against them.
They'll take your freedom.
I don't belong here.
They'll take your dignity.
Just had to fry her brains.
And if you fight too hard,
Tony?
they'll take your mind. The 5th floor. A true story.
Tää uutuusleikki opettaa, et kesken malta lopettaa. Ja pelaamaan kun rupeat, sä äänet kuulet upeat. Muut voittaa videopelittää, on turha niiden selittää. Kun vakuudeksi hyvyyden loi Vectrex kuvaan syvyyden. Ei riitaa TVn käytöstä, katso suoraan Vectrex-näytöstä. Nää pelit tosi ruutiset, muut katsoa saa uutiset. On tässä jotain maagista, Vectrex hurmaa laakista. Vectrex, uusi Vectrex.
كل حاجة تمام؟
تمام زي ما انت شايف اهو.
يلا يا رجالي، يلا يلا بسرعة شوية، شدوا حيلكم. يلا 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 بسرعة. يلا يا أخي اتحرك شوية. إيه ده؟ أنت مستني إيه؟ اتحرك شوية. اتحرك شوية. يلا يلا.
تضرب.
يلا اتحرك. يلا يلا بسرعة. وقف الجمال يا ولد. وقف الجمال. وقف الجمال. وقف يا مجنون. مش حضرتك بتطلع. هتموتوا انتوا الاثنين.
Mamba! Zważ, wracamy!
Aka mizimu aka. Aka mizimu aka.
Kali, co ty wyrabiasz?
Kali baci mizimu.
Co to mzim?
Złe mizimu jest tam.
A widziałeś ty kiedy mzimu?
Nie.
Posłuchaj. Tam stoi dobry mzim.
A, Bibi.
Nel, nie ruszaj się!
He who is destined to be the greatest chief of all. I have raised him as if he were my own son.
James Coburn is Mr. Patman, nurse. He calls his patients his loonies.
All right, ladies. Tea time at the Palm Porch.
Each one of them cares for Mr. Patman, and Mr. P cares for them all, and some others as well on the side.
Mr. P. Only you. Don't cut me off, Batman.
Monica. I'll never cut you off. You're the best. I'm lucky.
Well, all right, I'll talk to you later.
What's bothering you?
But how long can you give to everybody else and still have something left for yourself?
Have a good old snooze when I was out today? Huh? Yeah.
Get out, Mr. Patman. I want you out of this house. Go back to your booze and your women.
What do you do when whatever you had left for yourself is all gone?
Mr. Patman, the chlorpromazines are the best. Lock it all out, Mr. Patman, if you catch my meaning.
Oh, how déclassé, baby.
Are you ready, Doctor?
Yes, I am, Patman. A BMW is many things, but déclassé, it is...
I want you to apologize to Dr. Turley.
of yours.
Why don't you come with me?
No. California's not my style. I like the seasons.
Hi, Peabody. I've got marvelous news. Mrs. Beckman has agreed to join us.
What are you doing? You don't understand. She escaped from the hospital. They phoned the police.
No, she didn't escape. I took her out.
And what do you do when you don't know anymore who needs the care? Them or you?
Get this. Why are you doing this to me? Huh? Why?
You see that, Patty? They've all gone mad.
Mr. Patman, he'll break your heart.
Presidents can never be fully protected from every potential threat. Secret Service's difficulties vary with the nature of the occupant of the presidency and his willingness to conform with plans for his safety.
I have to be out in the open where I can see people, talk to them, touch.
That's why I am asking, pleading with you for your total cooperation, total alertness tomorrow.
Back! Hold fire!
It has happened before. It could happen tomorrow.
Blow us all up!
The kidnapping of the president.
Your president will be dead.
Starring William Shatner.
If he gets away with this, he'll be a hero to his people and have $100 million to finance revolutions all over South America.
Hal Holbrook.
And tell them they're not to pay one thin dime to any terrorist.
Van Johnson.
Somebody's kidnapped the president.
Ava Gardner.
I guess that makes you the acting president.
First, $100 million.
It'll take me about a week and fill a moving van. Darkness. The presidency never dies. The presidency skips a beat and goes on.
Now, you have until midnight, or I'll detonate that truck.
From Charles Templeton's best-selling novel.
Don't shoot! Want him alive!
All of it. That's all there is. Look, I saw him make the deposit. Give me the money, you fucker.
Hey, you! What the hell? Restaurant, shop.
Well, look, does the bank have any policy about when a security guard should use his weapons? Well, exactly how much was stolen?
$48,350. $48,350. $48,350. Yes, it is. But as ball teller, I'm in charge of all of the money kept on the floor at any one time.
Well, is there any strategy you're supposed to use in the event of a robbery, you know, laid down by the bank?
Well, I'm afraid I'm not at liberty. $48,350. $48,350. $48,350.
Well, do you think it's safe to assume, then, that he was familiar with the bank's operations?
He almost killed her.
You gone too far this time, Ryko. They called the cops.
Really?
Thank you. Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Merry Christmas. Thank you. Merry Christmas. Thank you. Thank you.
Tää uutuusleikki opettaa, et kesken malta lopettaa. Ja pelaamaan kun rupeat, sä äänet kuulet upeat. Muut voittaa videopelittää, on turha niiden selittää. Kun vakuudeksi hyvyyden loi Vectrex kuvaan syvyyden. Ei riitaa TVn käytöstä, katso suoraan Vectrex-näytöstä. Nää pelit tosi ruutiset, muut katsoa saa uutiset. On tässä jotain maagista, Vectrex hurmaa laakista. Vectrex, uusi Vectrex.